Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Reviews and I watch Predators with the tagline, "They are the most dangerous killers on the planet, but this is not our planet." This is not the first time watch. I've seen this one for the first time years ago, when I was still in elementary. I watched this with some friends and this movie really scared the shit out of me. Yeah, good times. Let's just start with the movie, shall we? We have an up-close shot of a guy's unconscious face, and he is falling through the air. Now we zoom out and we get some different shots, different angles of him, like I said, falling through the sky. And he wakes up, he looks around, and he lets out a short scream. Then he starts to tumble midair, and there's a kind of a device on his chest that starts to beep, and the closer that he comes to the ground, the faster it starts to beep, and but we have some different shots again here, and we see now we can see the ground. Well, we see the green ground. It's very green from on top. And we see the device again, and it starts now to beep with one constant beep, and then suddenly, poof, a parachute pops out of his back. But we're gonna leave it at that, because if you want to know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Yeah, this for now, this is definitely my favorite of the Predator franchise. It's not only because I knew this movie already, and I've seen it more than that I've seen the other two, the first two, but it's it's just a bit more fun. We have a bit more people. We're in the jungle. It's not our own jungle. We have not only predators, but there are also other predator animal-like creatures. We have the humanoid creatures. That we know as the we know the predators from. But there also the other beasts with. With things sticking out. Pretty cool. Yeah, let's get to the point. So, first of all, I wouldn't walk through a jungle bare-feeted. There's one guy here that stepped in some mud, looked down, and then he took off his shoes and walked through bare-feeted. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, especially not on a planet where, on a foreign planet. Nah, and especially not also in a jungle. It's not a good idea. You don't know what there is, and if you get a cut, and you have not a medic with you or the equipment, you don't know what kind of disease you might get. The thermocam from the Predator show, they're a bit more detailed now, which is pretty nice. Last time, it was more body heat, with the more red and blue all around, and now you could see also when it was infrared the facial structure. The last time it was not that great, but obviously, this is 20 years later than the second movie, so obviously better equipment, so look better. yeah, like I said, creatures, that kind of almost are like shriekers, um, from the Tremors franchise. Uh, only these, yeah. I know. I think these are might have been worse. Um, One of them got attacked. One guy that I recognized from another movie. Um, and he started to shank that thing, but it didn't really work. So another one kicked the beast off him and then shot him sideways, which was pretty nice. Um, well, we saw that there was at the predator camp, not cramp, but at the predator camp there was one of the predator, being tied up. And I thought to myself, hey, if you cut him loose, would you think that do you think that he would help you? Probably not, but later on got my question answered. So that was actually pretty nice. Um, the plasma cannons are also stronger than that they were 20 years ago. 20 years ago they just made a hole through your chest, and sorry, and now the guy got blown to pieces. Holy shit! Um, and again, the spinal pool, super nice. Uh, I don't know from who it was, but there was somebody that was still alive, and then he put his hand in and just pulled the spine with the skull out in one go. That's the most badass move, That's the most awesome move that they can do for sure. This movie was a very good movie. I really enjoyed it. I will give this one a high 4, low 5. It was just a very good movie. Go watch the movie yourself. Leave a like, recommend a good predator related movie. It doesn't have to be a predator, but a predator creature. Like a lion is also a predator, something like that. Movie like that. Down below in the comment section. Subscribe to it, and subscribe to it. Channel on the key. Try to do food drinks every week. Also, in time, hot sauce and alcohol. On my third channel, Underdog Reacts, where I do primarily music. Link down below in the description. And see you guys next time. Bye.